Hi, I'm Hunter.
And I'm Amy, and this is the West 7th Wool Podcast. It's a little podcast about our local yarn shop here in Fort Worth, Texas, called
West 7th Wool.
Alright, what's going on, Hunter?
Lots of things, actually.
I was gone all last week.
And we've been busy, and it's still busy, and it will continue to be busy.
That's a good thing.
I love being busy.
It's a good thing.
Except I don't get much time to knit, as you guys probably have realized by now with my slow progress.
I'll do the knitting.
That's helpful.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Now I'll do everything else.
Okay.
So,
Alright. Let's get classes out of the way first, because there aren't that many left, because Fiberfest is coming up.
Fiberfest is coming.
And
And that will and that's going to mean, by the way, the first weekend in April we're not going to have any classes because we will be a little busy, and
I think Karen's going to do the beginning knitting and beginning crochet.
Yeah, and that's fine.
At the table.
Can't do that. Yeah, and that's fine. We'll have Trish here run the shop, and
the shop will be open.
It'll be good.
Karen will be here. But the classes that we have left for March are beginning knitting, beginning crochet on the 30th, and a technique class, the Afterthought heel.
That's going to be on the 24th, which is a Sunday.
So that is when you're knitting like a sock and you want to knit just a tube and just knit your little heart out, and then go back and put in a heel. That's what that's for.
Yeah, we may have something that is coming in that may...
I ordered a sock knitting machine. Apparently...
She did.
It takes... Like, they make it from scratch when you order it or something, because it takes a long time.
Yep, she finally wore me down.
Did I order it, like, late January? I think I did. So, that's a thing that we're going to do, is crank out
it took a minute.
Tubes of socks.
It took a minute to bring it in, because Amy wanted to bring it in a little while back, but then she made the mistake of telling me how much it cost, and then I was like, no. But then she managed to come up with the rationalization. Mostly she just keeps asking till the no turns into a yes as part of it. So the no finally turned into a yes, and now it's inbound. But we think we could actually, once we get it down,
we can incorporate this into our services.
Yeah, things that we offer. We have plans.
Bring me your sock yarn and I will knit it into a tube.
For a cost.
For a small fee. But great for all those, one skein of stuff you have in your stash.
Right, and it'll be great for me too, because during those days and weeks I don't have a whole lot of time to knit, but I want more socks.
Do you?
Maybe.
Do you want more socks?
Always.
Who doesn't want more socks?
Yeah, absolutely. So Afterthought would be helpful for
Afterthought heel. Good to know.
Yep.
Because I will not be doing your Afterthought heel.
No.
I will be doing the tube.
Yeah, and then
putting in a little line. You will be doing the Afterthought heel.
Do the tube, give it back.
You will be doing the Afterthought heel.
Totally on board.
Anyway, that's classes, okay? Fiberfest is the big event coming up in April.
Yes.
April, what days?
4 through 7.
4 through 7. Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
And Sunday.
And Sunday?
Yeah, the Thursday is only classes, so do not show up expecting to get into the vendor hall.
Because nobody will
on
be there.
Thursday. Yeah, we'll be there, but we'll be setting up and it'll be barred off. So.
Okay, yes. It won't be ready.
Yes, it will not be ready. It'll be a hot mess.
So our booth this year is going to be very, very, very heavily stocked.
Yeah.
With
Madeline-Tosh. We have big plans that we have had in the making now for a little while, and I think it's probably time to share it.
I think we should say maybe not too much, but some. So we've been working with the folks at Madeline-Tosh, and we're gonna have 2 new bases, new to us bases, not new bases, but new to us bases, formerly unavailable to retail stores.
But then not only will we have them for Fiberfest, but then we'll have them in the shop going forward.
If you don't buy it all at Fiberfest, I mean,
Hey, we'll have more.
It'll come back here.
We will have more. So the two new bases is going to be, one of them is the High Twist DK.
Mm-hmm. And the other?
And the other is the Work Sock, which is a sport weight.
Which is a sport weight with
75-25 nylon. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then also, we just spent, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours over there.
Yep. There's at least a couple hours.
Picking out colors and bags of one-of-a-kind dyed yarn in all different bases.
Mm-hmm.
So these are batches of yarn where they just maybe just didn't get the color they were going for, or they're practicing coming up with new colors. So and they're really beautiful.
Yeah.
They just aren't a Madeline Tosh color.
Mm-hmm. So they're kitted up basically where they're bagged in anywhere from 2 to maybe a bag of 8 or so.
Right.
You do not have to commit to the entire bag if you wanted something from it. You can just take maybe a few skeins out of a bag of more.
But they're non-reproducible. So if you want to knit a sweater, get you a sweater quantity.
Yeah, and definitely err on going over.
More. Buy all the yarn. Just buy all the yarn.
That's what we do. So in addition to that, we are going to have a custom color dyed up for the shop.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, we're tentatively calling it 7 C's.
Yeah, I think we're not tentatively. That's
I think it's locked in at this point.
the name.
Right, right, because the order is in. And I guess I can go ahead and drop a picture of what it will be looking like. No. We'll wait on that.
I think Madeline Tosh is going to announce it on social media.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then you guys will be seeing it before too long.
Yes. So also in our booth, what do you think we're going to have?
Okay, so we're going to have...
If there's room for anything else.
There will be room. We're going to have, Madeline Tosh will have a heavy presence. We're going to have other things, though. We're going to have Wollmeise again.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to have Quince & Co. We brought in several new bases of that, and we wanted to go ahead and kind of get a good showing of that out there as well. And then we've got at least 1 or 2 things we can't talk about yet.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. So we
that
still
aren't
have...
here. So if we don't have them in our hot little hands, we don't like to announce it because you never know what's going to happen. And then people are excited. Oh, they said they were going to have la-di-da, and they don't have la-di-da.
Yeah, I think word might be out on it, but...
How'd you tell?
Midnight. But yeah, it's we think it's going to be something you guys are interested in, so it'll be good.
All right.
Yep.
So what's new? While I was gone last week, a bunch of stuff came in.
I stay busy.
Oh, before I left, though, I think, was it a day before I left? I snagged one of these.
Oh, yeah, that was the day before.
I think it was the day before I left. I snagged one of these Magner waxed canvas knitting totes, and it's a pretty good size. I mean, I wanted a big bag. I have lots of little bags, lots of little cute little bags that are great for socks. But once your sweater gets to a certain size, it's kind of unwieldy, and you need a bigger vessel for your sweater, because I knit a lot of sweaters. This one's great. It's waxed canvas. It's got leather details. The one I have has leather straps on the side, and we do have some more of those. This one has a crossbody tote. I was watching something on the plane where the lady was like, crossbody bag. The millennials all wear the crossbody bags because they're more trendy.
Well.
Anyway, nice deep bag with pockets inside. Hunter wanted to point out the grommets. Grommets. We have these in a few colors, but they are from Atlanta, Georgia, and the people there hand sew these bags when you order them. They're lovely.
Yeah, they were great. They got them to us pretty quickly too.
They did. They did. What else do we have? Oh, we have the new Mason-Dixon field guide. I think it's number 10. It is number 10. featuring a pullover, 2 pullovers, Spatula pullover, bottom line pullover, and the X Factor cowl. So those are in. And then Thursday,
Yes, this upcoming Thursday, the 21st.
you will be able to purchase Interpretation 6, the Hohi and Vera compilation.
Mm-hmm.
Since it's not, you can't buy it yet, I'm not allowed to do this. Show you anything in it.
Okay, so just hit up social media.
But if we have several copies, if you would like to reserve one, give us a call or email and we'll put your name on the list. And or if you want to just show up Thursday and buy one, we've got them. So that's the stuff. Hunter gets to do the yarn. What yarn did we get?
Okay, so 2 main things we got in. First of all, we decided to bring in Emma's yarn from Florida. 2 lovely young ladies, Emma and Aspen. And we brought it in 2 bases. Their DK base and their sock yarn, their fingering weight sock yarn. So here is, we brought in several colors. Here's just some of them.
We have these.
You take those. I like those.
It's like a nice beach vacation.
This is actually...
I've got this spectacular DK here. This is a 75 superwash merino, 25 nylon, 255 yards. I did all this without my glasses on. We recommend washing on gentle cycle and laying flat to dry. I saw some of this at Nitty City in New York.
Did you?
I did.
Oh, cool.
Emma's getting around.
She is.
I heard a little. Didn't they tell us a little bit? Who told us about this? Cindy Hallam told us about this. She and Emma and her cousin.
It's her sister Aspen.
Emma and her sister, and they're young, like teenagers, right?
No, well, Emma.
They were teenagers when they started.
Emma's like either tail end of high school or recently graduated from high school, and then Aspen, I think, is college aged.
Beautiful colors. Great job, ladies.
Yes.
What's the other thing we got?
Okay, the other thing we have is Koigu from Canada. I think Ontario. Here, you get those.
Let me have this one.
Okay, we also brought this in 2 different weights. Again, DK and fingering.
I've seen this in other shops too. I think I bought some in Austin at Gage.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So.
It's a super duper super variegated. It's not twisted with another color. It's not a 2 different ply like Spin Cycle is, but it's kind of on that kind of really saturated color scale like that.
It's 100% merino wool.
We have also a DK in sport?
Just DK and fingering.
Fingering.
With this being the fingering. And the fingering is 50 grams, 175 yards.
Yeah. We still do have a little bit of Spin Cycle Sport.
We do.
A little bit. And then also we have Shibui Vine, which is a paper, it's a cotton and silk wrapped paper. Similar to Habu, which we have not carried, but this one is really interesting. I'm currently working on a shop sample. It's going to be a poncho called Mitchell, as in Joni Mitchell. They always have the most beautiful patterns to go along, but it's crazy. It's okay to knit with. It's a little rough, kind of like linen or twig. If you've ever knit with twig, it's kind of rough like that, but it's paper. The ladies at the Shibui ladies at the Hill Country retreat said that they did put a garment made out of it in the washing machine to see what it would do, because everybody's like, paper is just gonna melt. But I don't know if you've washed a dollar bill before, it doesn't disintegrate. It just kind of gets soft.
Yeah, I imagined it's some kind of treated paper.
Yeah,
to where it
it
won't
might
just
be
fall
mixed
apart.
mixed with fiber, like a dollar bill is.
Mm-hmm.
But they said it didn't disintegrate. It did lose a little bit of the length of the garment, not the width, just the length. I don't believe they put it in the dryer. The heat might damage it, but
It'd be interesting to find out because, I mean, typically when you're knitting with something like linen, they recommend not only should you wash it, but then beat it up in the dryer to soften it up to break apart the fibers. I mean, this is a different sort of thing, so it'd be interesting to see what would happen, maybe.
we'll find out. It's really stiff right now, but the sample they had a knitted garment at the poncho at the retreat, and it was soft and nice and drapey. So that's
cool.
what I'm going for.
Very nice.
All right. Do you have any finished objects?
No, and I came so close. I was so close. I thought I could do it, but I ran out of time, and I was even thinking maybe I could finish it today, but then today has been just super busy. Again, had no time whatsoever to work on it. So, it of course being my socks I've been working on for a while. You guys have seen them. Sock 1, done. Ignore the end.
What yarn is that?
This is Mustache, and I really wanted to get it done in advance of Fiberfest because I want to get...
No, you don't need any more.
I don't need anything, but I mean, it doesn't change the fact that I want it.
You don't need any more yarn.
You don't tell me what I do and do not need. I will have it. I will have it. So this is sock 2, right? And I've got about, I like to do 1.5 inch ribbing on the cuff, and I've got about 1 inch of it that I'm looking at right now. So I'm like 1/2 inch out, and then the bind off, the easy sewn bind off that I told y'all about last time that I really like.
Those are nice.
And then I'm done. So yeah, this will definitely be done in the next day or so.
And what colorway?
It's one of the Star Wars colors. The color's called Jyn Erso.
You said that before.
Which was, yeah, I've mentioned it. The protagonist
Nobody
of Rogue
knows it.
One, I think.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, basically, I was like, I don't care who it is. I just like the color.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I also got a Han Solo, which was kind of the other end of the spectrum. I like the character, but the color was like, eh.
And I made you Boba Fett socks.
Which are really cool, and I like.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So I do have a couple of finished objects. I have my nurtured sweater that I was working on at the retreat. I finished it. It's a crop top. I made it out of Dovestone Aran DK from Bahram U, which is a very homey kind of yarn. Like it reminds me of a sheep, like putting a fleece
Rustic.
on. Yeah, it's rustic. It's very rustic, but it's very soft. Feel that.
Put that down.
It's not itchy. Like I was a little worried that it might be itchy. It's not itchy.
That is nice.
It's soft. It smells like a sheep still. Doesn't it? It smells like a sheep, which is fine. But I noticed that I did the raglan increases a little bit differently. I'm not gonna say wrong because it fits. Got the job done, but it doesn't look like Andrea's, because as I was going along and doing the increases, I was more concerned about keeping the pattern of the little honeycomb. So my raglans don't pop like hers pops. Like she did like a little, I think it's a pearl or a knit. Right, the camera's like, I can't make my finger go diagonal. Anyway, so mine looks a little different. The raglan increases are not they don't pop as much as the original sweater. And the other sweater I finished was this party top.
Party top.
I forget who it's by. I forget who.
I'll put the information up on there.
I just knit the stuff. I don't remember anything. But this is a little crop top too. See, it's really short. And And this is in the Madeline Tosh High Twist. I got a hold of 3 skeins of High Twist. And I don't know if you noticed, but 2 of the skeins were very similar. 1 of the skeins was not, which happens a lot in hand-dyed yarn. And you're supposed to alternate the skeins, which I did for the first 2. So I kind of went for like an ombre kind of effect. The first skein I knit normally, which is this part, the yoke. The second skein I mixed with the third, which is this area here. And then I just used the third for the ribbing. So it's a little bit darker at the bottom than it is on the top. And I did the sleeves the same way. It's hard to tell, but the sleeves are a little bit darker here, and then it gets lighter as you go up, which is a thing you can do.
I think it turned out nicely.
If there are only 3 skeins left on the shelf and they don't quite match, you can do a little ombre with them. You can make it part of your design, part of the aesthetic.
Little ombre, okay.
Yes. This is the Mars in Retrograde color. And it was fun to knit. The pops, the eyelets on the side kept it interesting. I like the twisted rib. There are no short rows. So the front of the sweater is exactly the same as the back of the sweater. You could wear it either way interchangeably. And it looks cute over a dress too. So.
By the way, if you guys like that color, Mars in Retrograde, we know someplace that you'll be able to find some of it here in a couple weeks.
At Fiberfest.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I really enjoyed working with the High Twist. It's, I'm going to say, like, meaty.
Wow.
It's got a heft to it. It's substantial.
It is High Twist.
DK. Yeah. It's different, very different than the Farm Twist, which is light and airy. It's dense. Makes a nice, dense fiber.
Cool.
So what are you working on?
I already showed them. Socks.
What's on your to-do list? Since you're gonna finish those socks tonight?
Tonight or tomorrow.
Tonight.
Yeah. Tonight.
You're gonna finish those socks tonight. What are you gonna cast on?
Wait, probably not tonight because I still have to put together the podcast, get it online. It could be tomorrow, guys. Apparently, I need to, but I can't do it all at once. Sleep. Yeah, sleep is nice.
So
can I at least get 4 hours of sleep? If I can get 4 hours of sleep.
What's your next thing?
Next thing. So, last podcast you suggested maybe I could work on that cowl in Woolfolk. You challenged me.
Did I give you? I didn't give you a time. Nobody likes knitting under stress.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that anyway. I mean, again, I'm busy. I'm not going to be doing any kind of deadline knitting. So anyway, but yeah, I'm good with taking that on. So that is almost definitely going to be on the top of my list.
And it's the Cecelia Campochiaro sequence.
It's in the office.
It is. I know what it is. That particular designer I remembered. Hey.
Yeah, very good.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working on the Shibui poncho in the Vine. And then while I was in New York, I picked up some of these cute little Mochi Land kits. One's a tiny unicorn and one's a cheeseburger. So I think I'm gonna make a few of these. They're really cute little purse knitting, and it says knit on size 1 needles, which of course I'm gonna have to go use my size 0 needles because I'm a loose knitter. But it's got everything you need except for needles and scissors in the little kit.
That one came with some zings.
Those are mine. So those are cute, and then I'll probably see if I can pick some up for the shop so that you can knit a tiny cheeseburger too.
Everybody needs to knit
Everybody
a tiny
needs a tiny
cheeseburger at some point.
cheeseburger.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm working on.
Yep.
I think we need to give away a prize.
I agree. So last week, I believe we had for the giveaway this skein of Anzula Domino in the color Gravity.
That's pretty.
Yes.
And Domino is a what weight?
It's a fingering weight. It is, I believe, 80% superwash merino, 17% acrylic, and 3% polyester, the little black nubbins.
So it's kind of like a tweedish.
But I mean...
But softer.
And you could, in theory, use it for socks.
It's beautiful. All right, so we had 31 comments. All right, do you want to do the generator and I'll read through the comments, or do you?
I can do a generator.
Okay, let me pull up the thing.
You said 31 comments, correct?
I said 31 comments.
All right, you ready?
Go.
Generate is 20.
Oh, that's a lot.
Now you're feeling
All
my
right,
pain.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I can't play the Jeopardy
20.
waiting music.
Barbara Eaton. Barbara Eaton
Very
is
nice.
going to Fiberfest, and she's taking her daughter-in-law. Excellent. Thank you, Barbara.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. We look forward to seeing you and your lovely daughters there. Yay.
Yay.
We love it when people bring a friend.
Or
I saw
family.
my aunt there last year, like out of the blue. She's not a knitter or a crocheter. And she was just like, hey, I'm here with a friend.
Yeah, that's wild because
Bring a friend.
that is not close.
Irving, yeah. Yeah. So, Irving is wonderful. We just don't live near there.
Yes, and there's a lot of mid-sea driving to get there.
Right.
So
our next giveaway
yes.
is going to be some Madeline Tosh work sock in Mars in retrograde, because I love this color. You can love this color too. And the cool thing about this work sock, which is a sport weight,
By the way, they say if you love something, you have to set it free.
I'm going to set it free. It's a sport weight, 75% merino, 25% nylon, so it will hold up really well. It's
What is the yardage on that?
crazy. 400 yards in one skein.
I mean, you'd expect to see that in maybe regular sock
Fingering
yarn.
weight.
Fingering weight, but man,
So this is a big old skeiny yarn.
it's a monster.
Yeah.
It came from Mars.
Mars in retrograde. So, what's our question?
Our question, should it be something to do with Tosh?
No, I think it should be podcast related. Like,
Okay.
I don't know. Like, maybe what do you want?
We really should think of these things
What?
ahead of time.
What do you like? What do you expect to hear from us on our podcast, or what do you enjoy us talking about on our podcast? Because I know a lot of other really successful podcasts are way longer than ours, and I think they talk about a lot more stuff than we do. So, and we might have asked this question before.
Well, I mean, sometimes.
What
We
do you
can
What
cover
do you
a thing
like
again.
about knitting themed podcasts? Do you like the knitting? Do you like the products? Do you like people's personal stories? What do you like when you watch a podcast?
Let us know in the comments.
All right, have a good week. And are we making another one of these before Fiberfest?
We're probably going to be tied up and busy with a lot of things going on.
Like
So
a baby.
I'm thinking probably not. That's why it's really important to me today to kind of get y'all up to speed on what is going on at Fiberfest.
So you have a little while to comment. And we'll send you this thing.
There we go.
400 yards of sport weight yarn. You can make a lot.
That is a lot.
And if it's lonely, you can pick up a friend for it at Fiberfest,
There you go.
where there will be several other of its brothers and sisters in different colors. And
And
some in
different
this
bases.
color. And some in this color. No, they want the same base if they're going to make.
Oh, fair enough. But they might want that base.
Okay, we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.